Yo, what's happening, world? This your guy, A to the D, the NBA contributor for Behind the Curtain. We got our special guest, but first, fellas, introduce yourselves.
What's good? It's your boy Wu Kid 36. Don't forget the 36, you get missed.
GPS 1979 representing Memphis, baby.
It's Amari Davis.
All right. So what's going on, everybody? So today we got our special guest that we've been waiting for all week to announce. We got Amari Davis here from Oak Forest High School, point guard Oak Forest High School. He's our special guest today. I want to congratulate him, as you know, him going through his journey. You know, I've been watching him since he was a young man. He challenged me to basketball back in the day. You know, I could have took the challenge back then, but now I don't think I can handle him no more. You know, I seen your game. I seen your progressions. I'm very proud of you. I like the way you're going and what you're doing and everything. And that's why I really want to bring you on our podcast with our guys here. And, you know, just pick your brain a little bit and get to know you a little bit more and give you your flowers right now because I think you're doing a great job.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. All right. So today, my first question I got for you is, what got you involved into hooping?
Since I was young, I used to watch Steph growing up. That's been my favorite player. So I always watch him take my game. Like, I carry after him, and then my dad put a ball in my hand. And yeah, just been up since.
Okay. Yeah, I give a shout out to your dad. You know, we grew up together hooping on a team together. I have to say, I'm glad you didn't get his jumper, though. I'm glad about that because that boy's jumper wasn't nothing nice. But your jumper is nice and pure. It looks pretty good when it comes off the hand. And second question I got for you. You said you like Steph. That's who you compare yourself to. If you could compare yourself to anybody, any kind of game, you say Steph?
Yeah, I would say Steph or like a Jordan Poole when he was on the Warriors.
Okay. I got a player for you. After watching you, who I think, you know, your game reminds me of is very similar. I don't know if you like him or not. I don't know if you know who he is, but Lou Williams. He was a bucket. And every time I watch you play, it's like, dang, you're a bucket getter. That's what you do. You go out and get buckets, and it's quick. You don't really need the ball. You run off the screens, and you just get buckets. And that reminds me of Lou Williams at a fast pace. And, you know, it's hard to stop someone like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so going to the next level, you know, you're trying to make it to the league. What is something that you think you need to do for your game to progress at the next level?
To progress, I would definitely say getting in a weight room, getting stronger, getting bigger, faster, because going to the next level, I know it's going to be bigger guards, and I'm an undersized guard, so yeah, I got to get stronger and really focusing on working, getting my floater, working in the paint, getting to the mid-range.
Okay. Cool. Great answer. I like it. That's all the questions I got for you. Like I said, once again, I'm very proud of you. You know, you got some great basketball minds here. We all kind of think different. So if you ever need some information from us, you know, you can always hit us up and pick my brain, pick their brains. You know, like I said, we all think different. So you get different sides of the game from us. But that's all I got for you. And I appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all for having me on here.
Hey,
They got some questions for you.
Yeah, I do got a quick question for you. Oh, actually, two quick questions. What's your pregame ritual? What do you do to get yourself amped up before you play?
Really, I listen to V's, Get Lucky. That's my go-to song. Get myself hyped, start stretching, getting my body warm.
Okay. And the second question is, what's the most points you ever scored in the game?
Most points? Ooh, that's a tough one. Cause I know back when I used to play in Matson, I used to have some big games in the 30s.
Okay. It's whatever number you come up with. I'm just curious to know what's the most you ever dropped. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head, but during this season, it's 30. 30 is the highest.
That's it for me.
Yeah, y'all took some of my questions. You answered. You said Steph is your favorite player, right?
Yeah.
What college do you plan on going to? Like, if you had a choice, where would you go?
Right now, I don't really know. I'm still looking, because I want to make sure I got the best opportunity for me, make sure I'm going somewhere I could play. And I got an upcoming visit actually tomorrow to Graceland University.
Okay. That's very important in making sure the system fits you as well, man.
Yeah.
But congratulations moving forward. I'm glad you took the time to come out with us. And I appreciate you and good luck moving forward, man.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Amari Davis. The future is right now, and he is that.
Yo.
Yep. I appreciate you coming out, man, showing us some love. We'll get this posted up for you. Hopefully you get some views and some shout outs and stuff like that. You want to shout out anybody, anything like that?
Just shout out my pops, my team, everybody around me. Keep me going, keep me motivated.
Yeah, I agree. That's a nice shout out. Yep. Always got to give love to the family out there, man. Like I said, appreciate you coming on. You're always welcome. Hope you do come back and holler at us. Maybe after your first year, you come back and tell us how it's going. All right.
All right, sure.
All right, man. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time, man.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was a crucial interview. The reason why is because he was our very first special guest. And along with that, he was somebody who's actually hooping right now. So he's up to today's ballers, you know. So he's giving the insight from his perspective in today's NBA. And one thing I noticed about the young man that he said that I like that he said is one of the players that he most likely resonates with is Steph Curry. And I have a feeling that's going to be a lot of kids in today's game. They're going to resonate a lot with Steph Curry, more so than the older NBA players. What do you guys think?
Yeah, definitely. This is their era. You know, like when we coming up, you know, you kind of emulate who you see. So
Right.
we was coming up, it was Jordan, the Pennies for me, you know, being in my hometown. You know, now it's the Steph, the Bronze, and actually Bron them on their way out the door. So it's going to be a whole new, you know, generation of players they're going to like. Steph them getting up in age, so the next wave coming soon.
Mm-hmm. I have to agree with you too, because like people like to emulate things that they can do too. You know, I knew I couldn't jump out the gym. I knew I wasn't dunking, so you know I liked the players, but I didn't try to tell my game after that because I knew it was something I would never be able to do. So yeah, especially for smaller players coming into the game too, who could shoot.
But you know what else that I found so fascinating is that there's going to be a lot more people that can compare themselves to Steph than there's going to be that can compare to like a Luka or like a Shea, you know, because those guys are like taller than, you know, the average normal point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I do respect that. And that's why I like understand, you know, why he used Steph, because Steph is he's a normal point guard, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I appreciate that. So but let's jump into these topics, man. So last night, you know me, I'm watching my Boston Celtics play, and it's coming down to the wire. You know what I mean? I'm watching it. And so, you know, I hate this, I ain't gonna say I hate to say it, but my man JB gets fouled, right? They go to review it, and on top of the review, they still say that he was not fouled in the act of shooting. Clear as day, he was shooting. It was clear as day he was fouled. Should these referees be held accountable for blowing blatant calls, like suspensions, fines, something? Bro, this on you.
Okay, I was giving Sean a chance to answer. So for me, you know, I hate all this cheating that's going on, but unfortunately, they're protected by the league. Like, you know, Vegas, all this stuff, it's a money thing, so they're always protected. They can't even do wrong. Like, think about this: they make bad calls, no repercussions. Like the players can't even yell at them like they used to anymore. They tone it down a little bit, but you can't yell at them and make a bad call. It's just, oh, my bad. And it should be some type of repercussions, like, you know, whether it be a penalty system, you miss a certain amount of calls, you can't come, you know, you can't, you know, playoff, you can't, you know, referee playoff games, something, you know, whether it be a penalty, kind of like the refs. I mean, like the players, but I don't think anything is ever going to happen because I think the refs in the NBA kind of go hand in hand with this stuff. I think they're getting their directives from the NBA.
Yeah, I have to agree with GPS. I don't think anything's ever going to happen right now, and how like gambling has opened up statewide and stuff like that is just pretty much took over. So yeah, I have to agree with GPS and everything he said. I don't think they're going to be able to change it. I don't think they're going to do anything about it. Like you said, it was a blatant foul. He hit him in the back of his head.
Right.
Everybody's seen that, but you go to the review and say it didn't happen. So I don't.
And then the part that baffled me was that Jaylen Brown even asked the referee to his face, did he hit me upside the head? And the dude said, no, he did not touch you. And I'm like, you looked at the replay,
Right.
you saw it clear as day, and you're going to sit there and admit to it that it did not happen?
Right.
And then on the opposite end, they called a foul when Kristaps Porzingis literally blocked the shot. And I'm like, wait a minute now. How do you miss the call on one end and then call a foul, which was a clear block on the opposite end? Okay, cool. The fix is in. I see how this is going to play.
Definitely is money, man. Like, you know, it's crazy. You remember, like she used to say, but like, you know, unfortunately, like, you know, I read this little article, and I'm just using Jordan as an example because he's, you know, prime target or whatever. But when he was coming up, who would have watched anybody else play the Jazz besides Jordan? You know what I'm saying? Like those two finals. You know, when he retired that time, it wasn't Jordan versus New York, which he was bigger than New York. But no other team's bigger than New York, you know. I mean, bigger than Jordan, but New York. You know, like New York is the only other team, rather, that could. You know, they called when Pippen, you know, when they didn't foul him, but they got the call or whatever. So it's been going on since the beginning of time. But what I seen some of the players were saying, the players know it too. You remember AI was talking about it with the guy that time, but when they get the check at the end, because the ratings is what gives them money. So I think the players, you know, they go with it because they're getting paid. But other than that, you know, it's always been going on.
So is it similar to wrestling?
Yep.
Definitely. It falls upon the entertainment, man. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
I used to think it was serious, you know, as old as I get, you know, it kind of, you lose a little respect for it because now you see it's all about money. Like, you know, I joke about, you know, with y'all about Shaq only having one title, but I do think there's some truth to it in my jokes, though. Like, you know, the referees, I feel like they gave him, you know, 3 of those titles. Well, Shaq, 3 of his titles. And they should be earned, but then you look at it, do you want to watch the Los Angeles Lakers, Kobe and Shaq, or do you want to watch some other, you know, regular team? If you look at it, you know, from a player's perspective. And like the NBA, I don't want to say they cheat more than anybody, but they're the only league that make sure that their stars are in the finals, you know, more often than not.
Very valid. That's a very valid point. And speaking of which, let's get directly into this one right here. This one hurt me to my heart. I'm gonna let you go on this one, Ron. This one, I know this one hurt.
It did. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of bittersweet though. So I ain't gonna lie. He was coming a little headway, and we was only like 11 games out of, you know. So I'm like, man, you know, I really didn't want to make the playoffs because I'd rather us have a good draft pick. We've already so far behind, and like, so if we do make the playoffs, are we really gonna win the championship? You know, we might win in one round. So is it worth, you know, not getting a lottery pick, which we won't have probably no time soon? So I'm not glad that it happened, but I'm okay with it. And also too, now if I want to go to the game, it won't cost me an arm and a leg.
Yep, I have to agree with GPS. Like, I'll take that draft pick over, you know, Ja trying to get us through the rest of the season and making it to the playoffs and making it past the first round. I mean, I thought it was a long stretch. I thought they could probably make the play-in, but I thought, you know, they should have chalked it up after seeing how many games they already lost, you know. If they came in, you know, kind of like maybe right below 500, then I'm like, yeah, pushed, you know, and ball, but they were too low for me. So,
Okay, so it was, everything was planned out according to the way I said it could happen. If he came back and they started winning more games than losing, it was a possibility that they could have done something, right. And it was trending in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
It was what, 6-3 since he came back or something like that.
Right.
And I was like, okay, so now they got to just start winning more games than they're losing. So at that point, well, now they were 13-23, which is 10 games back. Now, if you break that down, They just got to win, let's say, 4 out of the next 5. You know, it's like if you just break it
Right.
down, that
Right.
it'll, you know what I'm saying, you can come back into the foray of the rest of the teams, but it's going to be difficult, no doubt about it, but it could be doable. It was doable. That's what I'm trying to get at. And now that injury just derailed the whole thing, and I understand about the draft pick, but my question is, what do you think Memphis needs in order to push them over the top? Like, is that pick that they're going to get, is there going to be enough to push them over the top?
So for me, it won't be enough to push us over the top, but it'll give us some help, you know, on the bench. You know, we need, you know, we can't hurt our bench like the reserves for whatever reason been playing terrible. And I do want to, before I forget this, you know, you remember all the people was talking about how the Grizzlies was better without Ja last year, you know, when he was out.
Mm-hmm.
And look how they played, you know, to start the season. So, you know, now Tyus Jones could have played a part, but also we just, you know, Steven Adams. I think if he's healthy last year, we beat the Lakers, you know. I think that killed us. But we're missing Clark. So we still injuries, you know, like we really don't know what we're capable of until everybody's healthy, you know. So that's a big part of us. But we can always use some bench depth, and like some of our reserves that played well last year wasn't starting the season too well.
True.
I think, like you say, it is healthy because once you're all healthy, you got bench depth then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's health. But yeah, you get someone decent in the draft, and I think they're capable of being, you know, top 4 team, you know, next year, healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We got a team full of ADs right now, man.
Because as I think about it, right, I'm like, all right, so what does the Grizzlies really need right now? Like, what is the one piece that they need to help them to get to the, like, what if you could add that piece to the Grizzlies, what would that piece be?
So for me, I honestly believe Ja being out helped us out a little bit. But like, so the thing is, he was out a little too long though. But what we needed, like since Ja been gone, Jackson has stepped up, Bane stepped up. They're not good number 1 options, but they're solid 2 and 3 options. And so instead of being so hesitant when Ja came back, Jackson and Bane was actually more aggressive instead of just falling back and getting out the way like they used to. So I really think the absence kind of helped us, you know, moving forward. I really think we're missing Adams, man. Adams is a good big man, defender, passer, you know, rebound. He don't need the ball. He plays his role well. And I think that's a big part of what we truly missing, him and Clark. Like, you know, Clark was our athletic side. Tillman, you know, he's good backup. You know, even Bimbo, you know, he good backup, but he's not a good starter to me. And without injuries, everybody's in their natural position, and we have a much deeper team.
Yep.
You really
I
can't
agree.
argue on that. I just feel that I just hate to see a year thrown down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? So now you literally wasting everybody's year because of this injury, but so is life. All right, so how do y'all feel like the Warriors are going to respond when Draymond Green returns, Sean?
I think the Warriors in trouble. I don't think I don't think they're going to do well. They don't have a good team at all. Clay's playing better, then Steph's not playing good. Steph's playing good, Clay's not playing good. And then you bring Draymond back in the fold, who, to me, I don't see him helping much. You lost Chris Paul, you know, who you had someone coming off the bench, like your best really coming off the bench player to, you know, that you can trust. So now you don't have anyone you can really trust coming off the bench. I don't know what you're going to do with Kuminga. I think the Warriors just need to call it a season 2, start trading who they can trade, and rebuild. I don't think they're going to do too much this season.
Yep. So for me, I think it's past due. They got lucky, I think. 1 year got that last championship. But I don't think they're going to sniff it anytime soon because they don't have enough trade pieces. Like coming off the
they got Kuminga and Moody. Those are good, in my opinion. Those are good pieces.
Yeah, but like so they on smaller salaries, so they're not gonna get back too good of a players with their salaries, and I think the problem is now you got to look to your youth and moving forward. Like you got to start to me building up with the younger players, and I would get rid of Steph while his value still high. Personally, I think they didn't really get rid of him because they ain't been too long, came in a new arena, and they had to justify the prices and stuff. So now that they're there, I would just get rid of the whole team. They got this high salary cap. I don't know how many millions they're paying. Probably 200-300 million luxury tax, something crazy in luxury taxes. So I would come up off of that. I'll take me some inspiring deals and start over.
Yep.
And only because, like I say, Wiggins had value, when they won the championship. Nobody in their right mind would take him now. I think Clay, since he's been injured, he's not the same player. His value's gone. Draymond's value gone. If somebody would take Draymond, I'd gladly get rid of him, only because he's not valuable no more because we're not in contention. But I just can't see nobody, seeing it like what we see and want to take them on and give up a key piece, for any of their players outside of Steph. Or maybe Kuminga, like you said.
I don't know. I think Steph got trade value. I think Clay still has trade value. I think Kuminga, Poole, and Wiggins, I think, they just need to go to the right place. You're going to the wrong place, it's trouble. I just don't think Draymond could really go anywhere and help somebody. I think they're going to be stuck with him. They may be able to trade him, but I don't think he's going to work out anywhere he goes.
So with that, with the players it's going to be hard to get rid of, you got to make them take them with Steph contract. Like that, Steph is still valuable, definitely, but it's got to be a contender. So on that contender, I'll get back some young pieces, whatever piece it may be, because to me, Steph has got the best value. He's only somebody going to bring something back that you can move forward with in the future. And with that, you got to take. They're not paying Clay, so they'll be able to get rid of him. But you got to take Draymond contract, and now we have this luxury tax, and we starting over.
But out of all the people to move, I would try to get rid of Clay and I would try to get rid of Draymond. I would try to keep Wiggins. I mean, not Wiggins. I would try to keep Kuminga, and I would keep Moody. And in all honesty, I think they gave up too much. I think they gave up too fast on Wiseman. I think they should have let him stay a year or two and then got rid of him, as opposed to, because you need a big man. Because no fault of Kevin Looney. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevon Looney. No fault of his. He a big man, but he's not a true big man. Like Wiseman was a true big man, and I don't think that he was progressing fast enough for them, which was a part of his and a part of their organization's problem as well. Because if he stays there, they have a big man. Regardless of how you look at him, he's still a big man. He can still block shots, and he can still rebound the ball. So to me, I'm keeping him because that's what you need in the playoffs. That's what you're going to really need in the playoffs. And they got rid of him. Now, the situation with Clay, I would get rid of him is because at this point, he's not really helping. He's more so hurting the team than helping because he's not scoring. Now, if he was scoring, cool. We could stay there as long as he wants. But his one job is to score. He's not a good defender like he used to be. Draymond Green, you don't know if he's going to stay on the team or if he's not. And another question I have, do y'all think he's going to get suspended again before the season is over? I think he is.
No.
I think he is. I'm serious. I think he's going to do something else. I promise you he's going to do something else.
I think he's going to get suspended for it. Oh, go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I don't think he's going to get suspended.
I'll promise you this. He's going to get in trouble again. There's no way possible this is going to make it from now until the end of the season without no more drama. Impossible.
He'll be all right.
The dude is a loose cannon. Like I'm just being honest, because you got to think about it logically. If this dude got out on the court, let's just say he done choked out somebody, man. Like what are we doing here? You choked out somebody on the court.
He did though.
That's what I'm saying. Think about it. You think that if he can go that far with it, you trying to tell me he gonna make it through the whole entire season without another incident? Yeah, okay.
So I think this is the first time it's been repercussions. Like they've been letting him get away with it, like he's kind of a little spoiled kid. you let him get away with stuff, he's gonna keep doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Until you actually, whoop his ass or spank him. So, or punish him, put him in timeout. I think he's actually, getting it. Like, I'm not saying he won't have any more incidents. I don't know, but I think he's gonna be more cognizant of what he's doing moving forward. I don't think Draymond is a loose cannon as far as he's playing a role of one. He's got in his mind that's what his job is, but I don't think he's crazy like he pretended to be, because if you're really crazy, you don't care who you pick on. You're gonna do with anybody.
Rome.
I think he picked who to mess with, who not to.
Rome, what I'm saying to you is, regardless of who he pick and choose to do it with, doesn't matter. What matters is the fact he keeps doing it. That's the issue. It's not the fact that who he's doing it to, it's the fact that he keeps doing it. Now, it would be one thing if he did an incident or two, hey, I can forgive, we can move forward. Right. But the dude has a track record of having incidents that hurt the team. That's the issue I have with him. Because you're a liability if you're not out on the court. We need you on the court. You know good in the tunnels, amping up the crowd. Like, you ain't helping us. We need you on the court. We don't need you this ain't the WWF or WWE, whatever it's called now. We need you on the court. Like, you ain't helping us if you ain't on the court.
That's in the tunnels.
Yeah. So I agree with you, Don, but I don't Ron Artest, I believe he was crazy, but even crazy as he was, he knew not to mess with Big B. I don't think Draymond is on the craziness of a Ron Artest or a Rodman, when they was costing, teams or whatever. I think Draymond is a sound mind. He's just, playing a role and maybe got caught up with it because he haven't been penalized like he should have. But I think moving forward, he's going to be better off personally.
Well, I think moving forward, he's going to be the same person he is now. I don't think that's going to change at all. I think he's going to be who he is, and that's just the bottom line. And I think he's going to get suspended before the season over. I'm putting it on paper right now. He ain't going to make it far. I promise you, he's not going to make it to the end of the season without another incident. The dude swung on his own teammate in practice. Like, he hit him with a mean hook and dropped him. Like, at least we heard about Steve Kerr incident. We heard about it. We never said each other. So technically, did it really happen? We don't really know. But we saw Jordan Poole get dropped. Everybody saw it. The whole world saw it. Right. That's all I'm saying. All right. So listen, shouts out to my man Tyrese Halliburton. He just got hurt last night against the Celtics, and so he's scheduled to miss up to 2 weeks. Right? How do you think that's going to affect the Pacers? Even though the Pacers are like the Pacers were in a good spot. I still think they're still in a good spot because I think their record is what is it? They in 5th place. They still 21-15. How you think that's going to affect them?
They're 21-15.
21-15.
Man, they in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
One, because he run that show.
He definitely does.
I'm not going to say what's it called? McCullough, is that his name? Come off the bench.
Yeah.
TJ.
Yeah.
They're back up.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
nice too. He nice too, but he ain't gonna be no Halliburton. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know if because what he does, he gets his players in positions and he gets them the ball when they're at the right positions. You know what I'm saying? He's not getting them the ball for them to create and dribble and do all this. He's getting them the ball. All they got to do is put it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't have to do all that. He's doing all the dribbling stuff. So when you get the ball, you should be at the position where you're ready to shoot or score. That's what I'm saying. He's putting them in the position or getting the ball when they need to score at the position. So I don't know if any other point guard in the league right now is really doing that. So I don't think they're going to be scoring at a rapid rate because they putting up like 150, 140, easily.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they put up 153 times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to be able to consistently do that without him, running the show like that.
Yeah, I agree. No. Oh, go ahead. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying. No, I was agreeing with Sean.
Yeah, I agree. And not only that, he rarely turns the ball over. And like you were saying, Sean, you hit the nail on the head. A lot of players pass out of necessity. Like, they'll pass and put their players in bad positions. They'll pass with the ball, because, shot clock, they got to shoot it. But like he passed, he set people up. He's a pure point guard. He actually a pure point guard that can score too, though. He got it all. He really don't have a weakness, man. Like I really like his game, and they're definitely gonna be affected by him, you know, being out.
So let's say in the next, what does it say, 10 games? How many in 10 games? How many games you think they're gonna drop?
They won't be 500.
Okay.
I think they go 4-6.
If they are.
Yeah, I think they go 4-6, maybe. I don't know who they playing, but I don't see them doing too well.
Y'all say it depends on who they're playing. I mean, they got a couple of Detroits on there, you know, Memphis.
Yeah.
Actually, Memphis even playing a little bit better. Like we actually beating Dallas right now by 14 to my surprise. But it just depends on who's on the schedule. You know, like if they got a couple of, you know, sorry teams, they might be able to get 500.
Okay, so they got the Wizards, the Hawks, the Hawks.
No, go ahead. No, I'm listening. Wizards, Hawks.
I was waiting for your response. The Wizards.
Definitely,
They should beat the Wizards.
Okay, the Hawks.
Nah.
That's up in there, but I think they can beat them too. The Hawks been a little so-so, man.
Okay, Denver.
Nope.
No.
Utah.
Yep.
Sacramento.
Nope.
No.
Portland.
Yep.
Phoenix.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they have been playing bad though, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think Phoenix should beat them. You're right though.
I could get Phoenix.
Yeah.
Denver.
Nope.
And then Philly.
Nope.
No.
So that's above 500 though, ain't it done? Or
Yeah.
right at it?
Yeah, right at 500. So that's like about 4-6, like what you just said, Sean, like 4-6. So, but the thing is, from Atlanta, Denver, Utah, Sacramento, Portland, and Phoenix, all those are road games. So they might win two out of those, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. They might win 2 out of those 6 games on the road.
Right.
Bad.
It's gonna be tough, but
Yeah.
they're gonna catch somebody slipping. Now,
Right.
not sure. But
Man.
so this question is strictly for you, Jerome. Since you the number one Lakers supporter in all our conversations that we ever have.
You see what I represent, man?
I don't care who you represent, but I'm just going at you with this question, brother. Do you think Darvin Ham gonna finish the season as the Lakers head coach?
Only because, I mean, where else they gonna go? Like, you know, I can't strictly say that he's the issue, you know, whatever, but the rotations have been horrible. Like he done had like maybe 5 or 6 different starting lineups. So it is, you know, the onus is placed on him somewhere. But, you know, he took the job knowing the Lakers is a prestige organization as well as, you know, coaching LeBron. I mean, like those two things that you know, you constantly on every coach, you know, like he ain't had a Hall of Famer coach. So everybody that's on his, you know, that coach him, you know, always is going to be up in the air. Like their job is going to always be in jeopardy anytime it's a losing streak.
So
Go ahead.
it's still silly. So what did they lose from last year? I don't really remember. I'm not trying to be funny or nothing.
I think they got better from last year. They actually got a better team. Like, so, like, you know, like I said, I don't know if it's the players, like, but the coach's rotation has been terrible. Like, you know, I think they got the team to win personally. AD hasn't been hurt this year. You know,
Hold on. To win what? The whole thing?
No, not the whole thing, but they shouldn't have had the record that they have. I mean, like, I don't think they're a championship team. You know, I don't personally think they're a championship team. Like, that ain't realistic, but they should have a better record than they have right now. To me,
I don't think so. I think they're right where they at. I think all these older teams are right where they at. Now I was going to ask that. Do y'all think it's really like we're starting to see like the changing of the league? You know what I'm saying? It's not too many older players, older teams that's top of the list no more.
Right. And so the problem is, in my personal opinion, is that when you think about the Lakers, right, you firstly think about LeBron and what he do and how he do it. And so my question is always going to be, if you sign up for the Lakers as well as they have been, the issue is going to always be LeBron. Not a negative way or not a positive way. I'm just saying the issue is going to always be there. He's going to always force, like whether you win or lose, it's always going to be an issue because he's there. And unfortunately, Darvin Ham is taking the brunt of it because, like what you were just saying, Sean, the rotations, I'm sorry, Rome, the rotations that they haven't been working. But if you think about it, it's literally the same team from last year. So what is the problem from last year to this year? Because last year they were doing pretty good with the same team. So what changed from last year to this year? The only person that ain't on the team is Russell Westbrook.
So to me, they got the additions kind of late in the season. They did start off with some injuries or whatever, but I do think the rotation. He don't know which way he wants to go, in my opinion. But I think they got a better team. I think they're deeper than they were last year. And I'm speaking from where they started. They got a couple key additions, but they're not using them. I think they're going to need a true backup big man. I don't know if they're going to be able to get it or not. But they need one of those.
They got Christian who won't really get.
But he ain't solid enough. Like they need somebody stronger and solid. And then too, the thing with the Lakers, even without LeBron, people play hard against the Lakers because usually the Lakers always have a star on their team, but also the Lakers are always on TV. So teams play better against them. Every time they play them, they play harder. It seems like when they play the Lakers, they ain't missing. So that element plays a part. Players finally get on TV for a change, plays a role. But I don't think it's an excuse for them to have the record that they have right now, personally.
Let me ask you this. Dunn said you got Christian Woods. So remember when he was in Houston?
Yep.
He was playing like a big man, blocking shots, dunking on people, hitting threes. He's doing everything. Now, is this the Lakers using him wrong, or he's just not doing what he's doing? You know what I'm saying? You know how you get to a team and they don't want you playing down low, or they don't want you doing this. That's what we say it's a situational thing. You know what I'm saying? You get in the right situation, you can flourish.
Right.
So, because like I'm saying, in Houston, he was cold in Houston.
Right. He played well in Dallas.
Yeah, he played pretty good in Dallas, but in Houston, he was like, oh man, this dude's gonna get a big contract. He's the next upcoming big man and stuff like that. But now it's like, who really wants him?
So it's twofold. So I do think the systems play a part. I think every player is a system away from being a good player or bad player. You can go into one system and be a great player. Obviously, what you're speaking on with him. And then two, I don't remember what option he was in Houston. Was he the first option, second option? Because right now, he third, fourth. He at third at the best on a high level, but he really fourth, fifth maybe.
So that's what I'm saying. Are you using him wrong? If you know he's capable of doing something, why? Because obviously you got him because you saw what he was doing, what he's capable of doing. So that means you don't want him to do what he was doing. You want him to do something else. It doesn't make sense to me.
So I ain't gonna lie, it doesn't make sense to me either. Even Hachimura, last year he balled, especially he kicked our ass in the playoffs last year. We kept left him, he was killing us. And this year, he's barely getting any tick. I thought Christian Wood was hurt at one point because he wasn't even playing. The rotations are always, they all over the place. So they gotta, be an onus on the coach.
But that's the issue right there, Rome. Is because, for example, last year they were getting these minutes. Now this year they're not getting those same minutes that they were getting last year. So you got to come in with the mindset why am I not getting the same amount of minutes I was getting last year that I'm getting this year? Because in the playoffs, like you said, Hachimura was cooking them. But you going from 20 minutes to 7 minutes, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna get up for that? Because your minutes keep fluctuating. Only the starting five know how many minutes they're gonna play every single night. But everybody else, if you ain't hitting, then you ain't playing. In my opinion, it shouldn't be that way. It should be how it is, which is you come in the game for however long that you normally would come into the game, and we can just run the rotation like that. But personally, I don't think that you should have Vanderbilt and Taurean Prince in your starting lineup. I just don't think it makes a lot of sense. That's just my personal opinion. I think you should have one or the other. So if you got Taurean Prince in the game, then you have Jared Vanderbilt come off the bench, and I will have Austin Reeves in the starting lineup. Or vice versa. I would have Austin Reeves in the starting lineup. It doesn't make sense for him to come off the bench, in my opinion.
So for me, I disagree with that because you got Bron and AD that's getting all the shots initially. So when Austin Reeves come in, he actually gonna be able to get some attempts. So I like him coming off the bench for scoring purposes only. Now,
but
now finishing the games is different, but starting,
but Rome, the problem is if you got them two scoring, right?
right,
AD and LeBron, the only two scoring, right?
right.
You're not getting no more points from nobody else on the floor. That's the issue. That's why I said I would have Austin Reeves in there because at least you have a third option of another scorer on the floor. But if you don't have him on the floor, he can't score. And you will have him come off the bench, cool. But to me, he should be in the starting lineup. That's just how I
I thought
view
he
it.
was.
No,
I
they
thought
did
they
because
took-
this is like the third, like he is now. But like, so the crazy part, I ain't gonna lie, I do get what you're saying, Don, kind of space the floor, keep the team honest. But I do like how Vanderbilt is kind of pressing up on the guards. Like, you know, he be causing turnovers a lot, you know, but then he'll do this and he won't even come in the game no more. Like he won't play the rest of the, you know, for a nice little spurt. So it makes no sense to me. I ain't gonna lie, I don't get his rotations.
Yeah, liability.
Reeves is a better, you know, but like the thing is, like, you're not a shooter. I have seen him make some threes. He's not a shooter. Okay, so when you're in the game, cut to the basket. How hard is it? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not hard to cut and get to the, you know, goal.
I agree.
And then they big, Don. Like when they had that lineup in, it's big.
All right, I'm done with these Lakers.
Yeah, I am. So, all right. So now that RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quigley moved over to the Raptors, how do you think that that's going to help the Raptors?
Man, I think like we were saying last week, this new situation could be good for both of them. I think you said you think RJ Barrett's going to play really good because he's at home now. And I mean, the first two games he played all right. Now he's starting to, you know, I think he's feeling more comfortable and stuff. I like the way Iman Quigley's been playing with them. I didn't think he's going to be, you know, a pretty good point guard, but he's been playing that point guard role pretty well, you know, not doing too many turnovers, assisting the ball. And him and Scotty Barnes, I think they're a good team. I think the trade helped both squads, and they're, you know, well rounded now. So I think they will do better.
Yeah, so Barrett dropped 37, I want to say last night before last or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think it helped both teams, like you said, Sean. It's still kind of early though. But like, you know, systems, I know Schroeder, I was reading about him, he's pissed because he thought he was going to, you know, get the team, but quickly came and he don't care for that. But I mean, I kind of, you know, I like the trades. I think it benefits both sides. And just a little early to tell, but it's definitely beneficial. That, you know, and normally he been having that trade, you know, over his head for years, you know, for a little while now. So now he gets to, you know, just play ball. You know, I think it helps. Same as Barry, he had that over his head for a while too.
But that's why I like for the Raptors, because I think you give an opportunity for RJ Barrett to be himself and just let him play out there. Like, he don't have to worry about anything. And he got Emmanuel Quigley that he knows is going to get him the ball. Then you got Scotty Barnes, who doesn't really need the ball to score points, but he can facilitate a lot. So it's like you got an additional guard out there that can help facilitate a lot of that offense for them. So when it comes down to it, he can get the ball to RJ Barrett in the spots along with Emmanuel Quigley and Pascal Siakam. That's why if I'm the Raptors, I'm not trading Pascal Siakam. I'm going to let this thing ride out and then go from there. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, we put a team around him to see what he can really do. And that's why I would just wait on that trade. I would not trade him yet.
I agree with you on that. You know,
I agree with you on that too. I wouldn't trade him either. Man, who are you going to trade him for? Just I'm trying to think of what kind of player you're going to trade him for. Are you trying to get like the same kind of player, like Paul George or something like that? Or
definitely not getting Paul George. What they were saying was that they was going to try to trade him for Andrew Wiggins and somebody else from the Warriors. It was the Sacramento Kings, but he didn't want to sign the extension and go to the Kings because I think that was with Harrison Barnes, Kevin Huerter, the Red Rocket. And he didn't want to sign the extension in Sacramento. And I'm trying to think, it was somebody else. It was another team too. But
I can see him working with the Warriors.
I can too.
But why would you take Wiggins and whoever else for him though?
But because what is Wiggins doing for the team now?
Right, that's what I'm saying. So why would I think he's better than, like, if I'm Toronto, why would I think he's gonna be better than Siakam? You know, to me, That's what makes no sense. Like, you know,
Mhm.
unless he's trying to be like Barrett and get his Dorothy on and say it's no place like home, but I don't see how it benefits him otherwise.
Yeah, you got to give me Clay too.
I would do it for Clay as well, but here Clay don't look like nothing right now.
So hold on.
Shit, he been playing lately. His
So-
last
You would
He's
trade
getting
what?
better.
So you would
10 or
trade
15 games, he's averaging at least 24.
What you was asking, Don?
No, I was saying you would trade Clay.
Yeah, if Toronto's stupid enough to give me Siakam for him, yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I would give Wiggins and somebody else. You gotta give me a young person. You gotta give me Wiggins and one of Moody or Kuminga.
Clay got an expiring contract though.
Who? Pascal Siakam?
No, Clay do. He got an expiring contract.
That's fine. I still need something back. I need if I'm gonna trade Pascal Siakam, I'm gonna need a young player and I'm gonna need an older player. That's gonna help my team right away. And to me, Clay don't really help the Raptors like Pascal Siakam will.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't trade him. I mean, if I'm the Warriors, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But for me, Toronto, I wouldn't. Like, I just don't see how it benefits them. Wiggins don't, unless you're gonna get Clay because of the expiring deal. You're already young, and maybe you want a Kuminga, but does he play well with Scotty Barnes? You know, I don't think so.
With Scotty B, that's why I love Scotty B so much because he can be a point guard when he needs to. He can score when he needs to. He can play defense. Like, he doesn't really have a definite position. He can do all of those things. So it's not like he's relegated to he can only be just a point guard. Like, he can do a lot of different things. That's why he's a versatile player, just my opinion. And that's why I'm never giving him up because he can do too much.
I'm not trading him either. I'm not trading anybody. I think we're good right now. We traded who we need to trade. We got what we need to get. We need to roll with it.
Right. Is Stockman last year his deal?
I don't know if it's this year or next year.
Okay, when you say he want to sign an extension, that's why I asked.
I think it might be this year because the reason why I don't think he wanted to sign an extension, I don't think he really wanted to go to Sacramento.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think.
Well, that's good. He control his own fate.
If they keeping Fox, Monk, and Sabonis, I'm going.
I would too.
I'm going. Man, y'all ain't about to stop us. We about to run through the league.
That'll be a nice little squad. I don't know why he tripped out a little bit.
Me either.
Because of the position that he's gonna be playing. He's gonna be playing the 4. And then what you gonna put him 5?
Sabonis already played the 5.
Right.
So who's playing the 4 now?
I don't know. Let me look.
That would be the issue, is who's playing the 4.
Probably Barnes, ain't it? I know he used to be a 3, but he's probably
Barnes.
He playing the 4? I thought so. Who's the 3?
Murray, Keegan.
Yeah, Keegan Murray. Yeah.
Oh, Harrison Barnes. I think you're talking about Scotty Barnes. Okay. Yeah, okay, then that makes sense. Okay. I was like, Barnes, why he's playing the 4? Okay. All right. Yeah, I get rid of Harrison Barnes. So
I don't know. I ain't getting rid of Keegan Murray either, though.
Right.
Not getting rid of Keegan Murray.
But they said you said Huter and Barnes, right?
Right. They said Kevin Huerter and Harrison Barnes for Pascal Siakam, but they say he didn't want to sign the extension to go to Sacramento.
He don't want to win then, unless he got some like maybe he got family, kids in school, don't want to leave him or something. I don't know, but he tripping from a basketball perspective.
Right. I agree.
I'm not sure.
I'm going there or Golden State.
I'm definitely going to either or. I'm definitely going there. So, what y'all think the problem is with the Bucks? Like, they lost 4 out of their last 5. And
me.
Go ahead, roll with it.
Dame Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, straight up. Dame Lillard, man. I don't know. I think we talked about this last week too. I don't know if it's off the court stuff that's going on with them. I don't know. I just don't know. His shot's not falling. He's not looking like the same player. He don't really even look happy out there to me.
He does not.
You know what I'm saying? He just look like he out there going through the motions and playing. You know, motherfuckers talking shit to him. He's just like looking at him like, yeah, it was cool. I'm like, what? What happened to Dame time? Where'd that guy go? So I think Giannis is doing all he can do. And he shouldn't have to do that much when you got the other, guy that you thought was going to be at least putting up 30 with you. and he only averaging 24. I don't know.
But you
Dame
still
just not playing.
playing too though. Where the hell is Chris Middleton? How come we haven't heard
Who?
from him? You right.
He disappeared since he got hurt last year, man. Like he ain't been the same. Like, so it's one of them things where the grass ain't always green on the other side, man. You don't realize how important Holiday is until he's gone. I mean, I don't think they'd be in this position, you know, had Holiday still there. In my opinion, if Holiday's still there, then they good. Like, you know, Dame's a better scorer, but their defense sucks. So part of it, not only is Dame not scoring, but their defense has took a dramatic drop since last year too.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think just looking at it on the surface, I do agree with Sean that like it's something going on. I don't know what it is, but he don't look happy. He don't look like when he was in Portland. Even though they was losing, you could still see him being like energetic about it. But the good part about it is like they still 25-12. So they're not the worst in the league, anything close to it. But the 76ers are right there. Because the 76ers are 23-12 and the Bucks are 25-12. So they're right there with each other. And you don't want to get too far behind because you can go from 2 to 5 in a couple games. Because you're only 4 games ahead of Miami, who's 21-15, along with the Pacers at 21-15. So you can literally fall back real quick if you keep losing games like this.
Yeah. What's called on Dame is, I don't know if you guys know this, he's battling a divorce with his wife, so that might be, you know, what he's going through on the side. You know, that could be mentally taxing. Now he's away from his kids and family for the first time. You know, everything you know kind of just crashing down on him. He really didn't want to leave Portland. He's going through a divorce, like so. That's taking a toll on him. You know, we probably don't understand. Like it seems easy, but you know, life is life for him right now. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel you.
His mind ain't in the game.
Man, listen. People get divorced every day, B. People get divorced every day, B. So, I mean, how hard is it going to be for him to get a divorce, man? Like, it's either.
That sounds good, brother. Let me holler at your wife and see what she said about that, brother.
She know what's up. No, but seriously, I do think there is a lot going on. It's anywhere from that divorce, like you just said, Rome, along with his play, along with that coach. Because I think that if they kept Boonhauser, I think Milwaukee would be a lot better. But because it's a brand new coach and it's a system, I don't know if he's running the same exact system as the previous coach was, but in Boonhauser. But I think if he was there as their coach, I think they would be a lot better off than where they are right now.
I don't like he got lucky. He would have got fired the year the Bucks won the championship, but he was on the hot seat then. I don't think he's a great coach. He's probably better than what he has now, just because of experience. I wish they would have got Udoka though, man. Like he's a really good coach. Like you could tell, just what he's doing in Houston. Coaching is definitely playing a part too. But Dame is, think about this. Dame got like a $200-something million contract that he finna have to split, and plus he got to pay child support. I mean, that's a big deal, brother.
We got to stop putting all the blame on Dame too. Chris Middleton ain't showing up at all.
That's what I'm getting at.
No, he ain't showed up since last year though. Whenever he got injured, he ain't been the same. He kind of like to me Clay, but Clay has been playing better. I give you that, Sean.
But he's supposed to have been, he's supposed to be like Clay, starting to play a little bit better by now. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't no crazy injury like Clay had. You know what I mean? You wouldn't hurt to that magnitude, but you came back at the end of last year. Okay, now you're supposed to be wrapping up this year. If you ain't coming back at the All-Star, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You're done. You got to go after this season. That's the other part. Because Dame should be able to average, 24, doing what he's doing. That should be good for that team if Chris Middleton was stepping up.
So Chris went from a second to a third option too, though. So that might be playing in his head, I don't know, but he doesn't look the same since he came back to me.
Yeah.
And he's not, and then like I said, defense is terrible this year too.
So let me ask you this question. Is Middleton better than Dame?
No. He definitely, I'm not saying that he should be a second option over Dame.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to know your role. You're not Dame. So you're not going to get more buckets or shots than Dame because you're not better than him. So you could just throw that out the window.
But in today's league, you know what I'm saying? Today's league, everybody's getting shots. It's enough shots for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it was back then where you just see, you know, one person have like 25 and the other one have like 6, 7, 10. You know what I mean? Now everybody got like 15, 16, 20, 12. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers getting shots up.
Right.
That's why
It doesn't matter if you making them or you taking good shots. You know what I'm saying? But that could be like what we talked about earlier with Halliburton. They might be giving the ball at the very end of the shot clock. You getting bad shots. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I can understand that too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it could be that too.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. That's a damn good point, Sean. Like, you know, and that makes a huge difference when you got to force up a shot, whether it be a double team, you got to rush it because last second, you know. Chris Middleton might not be like a Clay where he's a good catch and shoot player. He might need to have a dribble, not have enough time. All that stuff matters, like you say. Timing makes a huge difference.
Hey, shouts out to DP. Shouts out to DP. I told him I was gonna give him a shout out. Shouts out to DP. I appreciate you coming through, DP. I told you.
DP? What he do though, Don?
Nah, he on Facebook Live.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a shout out real quick. DP, you need to come on here and stop playing around. You was third string guard on our team. You wasn't second or first.
DP used to put some buckets up too, though.
He definitely could.
Yeah. DP was a hooper, boy.
Yeah, he definitely could. But in all actuality, the Bucks are at fault for everything that's happening to them right now. Giannis is doing the best that he can do, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that's just, it is what it is. So let's move directly into what we came to see. Boom, boom. The NFL picks this week. Yowza. Shouts out to Jerome, who led this week with 10 picks correct. Give it up to Jerome for that. Now, let's get to the drum roll for, guess what? Who's leading overall? It's going to shock y'all. It's going to really shock y'all.
What?
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It is tied at the top. John got 150. Rome got 150. Issues at 132. And your boy AD is at 148. Now, this is what we can do. We can stop it here, or we can continue on to the playoffs. It's you guys' call. So if we stop it here,
I thought we were doing playoffs.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I like to hear.
Oh, no, hold on. What's the stipulation if we stop it right now? Because we winning. We got negotiating power right now.
No, because if you stop it right now, is this going to stop at 150?
I know, but I'm saying, so what we win if we do? What do we split?
I'm not going to tell you what you split because you all on you. If you want to stop it right now, we're going to stop it right now. If you want to keep on going, we're going to keep on going. I personally say keep on going.
Yeah, because you behind, so I would too.
Of course I
I say me and Sean split right now and we play the rest of the playoffs for fun.
No, that's not how this works. Stop it now or we're going to keep on playing. Yeah, DP said keep on going. Let's go. Let's keep on going.
I'm like Jordan, I'm leaving out on top, brother.
That's not how this works, bro. Either you in or you ain't.
Me and Sean gonna split. But no, I'm cool with keeping it going though. He said keep it going. I'm cool with that.
All right, cool. Let's keep on going. All right, so somebody in the chat was like Buffalo all the way. I'm not sure about that, but we're gonna find out. So the games on Saturday is Cleveland versus Houston. It's Cleveland at Houston. He said blind pick. Cleveland at Houston. I'm going Houston. No, I'm going Cleveland. No, I'm going Houston because Houston, they don't know what they're doing right now.
I'm going Cleveland.
All right.
Hold up, Don. You got Cleveland too?
Yeah, I'm going Cleveland. No, I'm going Houston because Houston don't know what they're doing. Cleveland they kind of got a good thing going because of Joe Flacco. And so I don't know if that luck is going to run out with Joe Flacco, but Joe Flacco has been in the playoffs before. So it's a strong possibility that he's going to be pretty good in the playoffs.
Who
You
who the
said
Houston's
that
quarterback? CJ?
Yeah, C.J. Stroud is Houston's quarterback.
No.
See, somebody already said Cleveland too. So I think Cleveland gonna be the favorite in that matchup.
Cleveland flavor. Okay. But Don, you got Houston.
I'm going Houston.
And Sean, you got Cleveland.
Sean didn't say yeah.
Yeah, I
Sean said
said Cleveland.
Huh. I'm going with Houston. I don't mind losing to Sean, but I ain't gonna let Don beat me.
you petty, real petty. You real petty for that. All right. So then the next game on Saturday night is Miami at Kansas City, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now. They said the temperature for that game is supposed to be like 1 degree. So Miami plays good at home and in warm weather,
Right.
but on the road, I don't know. So I'm going with Kansas City in this one.
So these are playoff games right now?
These
Yeah.
are right now. Yep.
Hey, so Don, you losing to a brother don't even know the playoffs is starting. How does it make you feel?
Hey, listen. Sometimes you win.
Yeah, I'm taking KC at home.
Yeah, I'm going with that too.
All right. I'm gonna switch my pickup. I'm gonna go Cleveland. I'm going
Cleveland too then.
All right. So that was Saturday night's games. So for Sunday is the triple header. So the first game is Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Yeah, KC is definitely gonna smoke them. Like it's not even gonna be funny.
I done though. I'm gonna stick though. I'm gonna stay with Houston though.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna go out. You know, if y'all get me, y'all get me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. John, you said Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gonna pull the upset. I'm calling it now. That's gonna be my upset pick. Who you say, Ron?
You got Pittsburgh to be the upset?
No, hell no. Pittsburgh, they ain't got no real quarterback over Josh Allen. No way.
Okay. I was just gonna say you tripping. I'm going to Bills on that.
Yeah, me too. Yo, this is going to be so fun. I can't wait for this. All right, so then you have Green Bay at Dallas. Yes, Buffalo. Yes, Green Bay
Dallas.
at Dallas.
I would hope that Dallas lose. I gotta go with them. I gotta pick them.
Me
And I
too.
hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Boo. So y'all both going Dallas?
Yeah.
Who you got, Don?
I don't picks that I want to pick as an upset. I want to pick this one, but I don't think Green Bay got enough. But I hate Dallas too. I hate Dallas with a passion. But I don't think that Green Bay has enough. I just wouldn't be surprised if it's an upset. I'll say that. I wouldn't be surprised if Green Bay beat them. But I'm gonna go with Dallas.
Okay.
And then the game of the night is gonna be the Rams versus Detroit. Matthew Stafford going up against his old team. Jared Goff going up against his old team. And it's gonna be lights out football. I promise you, it's gonna be a hard, tough game. And
Who versus who?
the Rams versus the Lions. So Matthew Stafford used to play for the Rams. Used to play for the Lions. Right. And so it's like weird because they playing against one another.
Right.
So
I'm going with Detroit.
Detroit.
D-Town.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
I'm going to Detroit too, man.
Okay.
They're at home, right?
Yeah, Detroit at home.
Yeah.
Is this who's AP in here in the chat?
I thought that was you.
I'm not AP.
All this time I thought that was you.
No.
Damn, I thought that was you. So the Monday night game is Philly at Tampa. Oh, he said the Rams. I like that. We're getting spicy in here. So the Monday night game is Philly at Detroit. Philly at Tampa Bay.
Hey, Don, who you picking at Rams and Detroit game?
I said Detroit.
You want Detroit too? Okay.
I'm going Detroit in that one. Yeah, the Lions. DP said my Lions gonna smack them. Yeah, I hope so.
And Philly versus Tampa Bay, you said?
Yeah, Philly versus Tampa. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay in that game. Philly been playing horrible lately, so that's why I'm.
I agree with you.
So you going over?
But
You going?
I'm
Okay.
gonna take Philly. Philly.
Philly is where.
They playing in Philly right now.
Huh?
They playing in Philly.
No, sir. They're playing in Tampa.
Okay, I'm going Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Hold on, who's Tampa Bay quarterback?
Baker Mayfield.
Oh, that means nothing to me.
Okay, I ain't gonna tell you, Jalen Hurts hurt his thumb too, Sean. Hurt his finger or something.
What was
I
it on
don't
his?
know who that is.
The quarterback of Philly.
Oh,
Hey, Don, how it feel to lose to somebody just picking teams based off their colors, brother?
It don't matter to me.
let's see. Yeah, I picked Philly.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Sean said you got Philly. I got a funny feeling Philly is gonna win this game. Because Philly is a 3.5 favorite over the Bucks.
So you going Philly?
Yes.
I'm telling you my pick too, then, brother. You not catching up?
All right, so
I'm sticking with Tampa Bay though. I don't like the way Philly's been playing lately.
okay. So Sean, you said you got Philly, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Rome, you gonna stick with your pick and you gonna stick with Tampa?
Yeah, you going Philly?
Yeah, I'm going Philly.
Okay.
And that concludes the weekend. So hopefully it'll be some good games from Saturday to Monday. If you guys didn't get a chance to check out Mr. Amari Davis, the high schooler he was on earlier today, we will be posting it later on tonight, if not tomorrow morning, and you will get a chance to see the young man. He is a phenomenal point guard, and I wish nothing but the best for that young man. So hopefully he gets to go to the school that he really wants to go to.
Agreed.
I have to agree. Shouts out to you, Amari.
Yep. Good luck to all your future endeavors, man.
Yeah, don't be like Jerome just sitting at home with a Memphis starter jacket on, drinking 40s.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. All right, fellas, let's do it. That's it. We are done.
All right, fellas.
All right, man. See y'all next Tuesday.
All right, one.
Yes, sir.